Let's get straight into it. Trevino isn't just acting out online anymore. She's completely spinning out of control. And now people are genuinely worried. What started as funny live stream moments has turned into something darker. Her TikTok life has gone from chaotic to downright disturbing. The latest updates, Ashi has been seen live streaming sexual comments in public, flashing her chest, lifting her clothes, getting drunk, and inviting random men, many of whom seem very young, back with her. She even joked about group sex and body parts on TikTok Live. Yes, TikTok, a platform filled with teens. At the same time, she went live crying, saying she was assaulted by her ex. Hours later, she was bragging about a new BBL surgery she's planning to get for free. She asked her followers for help getting there. No recovery plan, no aftercare, no stability, just vibes. And through all of this, she posts, deletes, reposts, and spins new stories. One minute she's crying, the next she's twerking in a bar. It is a cycle that repeats again and again. It is emotionally draining to us. So let's get through the facts, one by one. One of the most serious and emotional moments in this entire saga was when Ashi went live from her car late at night. Her voice was trembling, her hands were visibly shaking. She was crying hard, gasping between words as she tried to explain what had just happened. She said her ex, the one she calls Uncle Fester, along with his son and cousin, threw her out of their house. According to Ashi, they ganged up on her, grabbed her by the arms, slammed her into a wall, and physically dragged her outside. She claimed they tossed her out like trash, bruised and broken, with her belongings stuffed in garbage bags sitting in the trunk of her car. On that live stream, she turned the camera to show what she said were fresh red marks and bruises on her upper arm. Her makeup was smeared, her voice cracked as she whispered, "I wanted to die." She repeated it again and again. "I have no home, I have nowhere to go."
But that's okay, right? Like, literally, that's okay, right? All them bruises that y'all see on my arm is okay, right? Like, seriously? Look at that. Look at that. But that's okay, right? Right? Uncle Fester's cousin texted me to take all my videos and pictures down, but I'm not doing that because I want people to be aware that this is not the first time it's happened. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. It's happened multiple times. Like, literally, it's happened, like, a lot. It's not okay.
For a moment, everything online went quiet. People were genuinely worried. The chat filled up with concerned comments. Even some of her usual critics paused. It looked like a real moment of pain. But it did not take long for the other side to speak. Uncle Fester went live too. He looked calm, confident. He said she was lying. He claimed there were cameras in the house and that everything was caught on video. He even said the police came that night, reviewed the footage, and did not arrest him because he did nothing wrong. According to him, Ash was yelling, acting out, and left on her own when she did not get her way.
All right, so explaining everything that happened last night, cops showed up. I showed him videos. My son had videos of the whole situation. Everything. We videotaped everything. Cops looked at it. They said, the video don't lie. It was all on video. Thank you, sir. Have a good one. They got an Uber for her and got her home. And I went up, took a shower, and headed to the airport.
So what's up with all the bruises on her arms and stuff?
Hey, good question. Good question. That's a good question. I don't know. When she started tripping, I started videotaping. I was like, we got to videotape this stuff.
In a later live stream, Ash admitted the cops had been called, but she said she chose not to press charges because she did not want Uncle Fester getting arrested in front of his child. She said she still loved him and did not want to traumatize the little boy. That confession changed everything.
I don't know what to do. Do I call the cops? I don't know. No, where to go? They literally threw all my shit outside. It was three guys that handled me. And I don't know what the.
The sympathy started to dry up. People began asking questions. Why go live crying about being hurt if you did not want justice? Why mention love after claiming abuse? Why broadcast it all if you aren't going to follow through? And that is when the old pattern came back. Ash Trevino had done this before, claimed she was hard, mistreated, disrespected, then flipped the script, deleted the video, changed the story, cried victim again the next day. Her followers noticed. The comments came in fast. This feels fake. You always do this. Where are your kids while you're going live about this mess? Some people say they wanted to believe her, that maybe she was really in pain, but they couldn't trust her anymore. And honestly, that is the most heartbreaking part of it all. If she really was assaulted that night, if she really was harmed, the damage she's done to her credibility might mean no one will ever believe her again. She's just losing followers. She's losing empathy. And when the audience stops feeling sorry for you, when they start seeing every cry for help as another play for attention, that is when you've lost more than trust. You've lost the benefit of the doubt. And that is almost impossible to get back. Ash Trevino had built a massive TikTok following. Over 1 million people tuned in for her lives, her jokes, her chaotic energy. But all that came crashing down when she was permanently banned. Why? Because she flashed on live, and not just once, it happened multiple times. She went live while visibly drunk, pulled down her top, and exposed her chest directly to the camera. No filters, no warnings, no adult content barrier, just raw, inappropriate footage broadcast on a platform meant for kids and teens. It wasn't a glitch, it wasn't an accident. She did it again and again. TikTok banned her. She made a new account, got banned again, made another. It became a pattern. Instead of learning from the bans, Ashley seemed to lean into chaos. Each time she returned, the behavior got worse. When she couldn't stay on TikTok, she moved to Instagram and Snapchat, but her habits followed her there. In fact, they escalated. She began live streaming directly from bars. Her phone would shake as she sipped drinks on camera. Sometimes she was clearly intoxicated. She slurred her words. She shouted inappropriate jokes. She flirted openly with men who looked barely 18, some possibly younger. She invited them to hang out on camera, saying things like, "Come on, come here, daddy," or "Let's go to my car." And it got even more disturbed. She would lift her skirt up in public places. She'd lean into the camera and whisper sexual comments like, "Smell my nunu," or joke about threesomes, running trains, and getting wild in the backseat, all while her viewers, including teens, watched live.
Guys, it was his ex.
But don't worry, we're gonna press charges on her, and she's gonna be gone out of the picture. Don't even worry. She's a little crazy.
She was jealous.
Literally.
Guys, I don't know where y'all think I fell back. I didn't fall to the ground. Legit, I stepped on somebody's foot when I backed up. And then to catch me off guard, you're whack ass. You wouldn't have done that if I would have seen it coming. Legit. But I didn't fall back. I'm good. Literally, I stepped on one of the guys.
Some of her supporters tried to laugh it off. They said she was just being herself, just trying to be funny. But others were horrified. Commenters flooded the chat with warnings. There are kids watching this. This isn't okay. Where are your daughters while you're doing this? What makes it worse is that Ashley doesn't seem to care. She laughs it off. She doubles down, and every time she gets banned or criticized, she calls it haters trying to bring her down. But this isn't just about one woman acting out online. It is about the dangerous message being sent. Ashley's behavior isn't just self-damaging. It is damaging for the people who watch her, especially the young ones who don't fully understand the line between entertainment and real life harm. Her downfall did not happen in silence. It happened in front of everyone, and it is still happening. Every live, every post, every flash, every inappropriate joke, it is all a part of a bigger pattern of self-destruction being live streamed for likes. Ash Trevino wants a new body. Badly. She says she's getting a full makeover, a BBL, a tummy tuck, lipo, and breast lift. She's promoting the clinic on her page in exchange for free surgery. But the internet has one big question. Where is she going to recover? Ash doesn't have a place to live. Her kids live with her parents. She's been couch surfing, living in her car, or traveling. She has no nurse, no help, no plan. Yet, she wants to fly to Miami, get major surgery, and jump back into content the next week.
For me and Ash or Simon, we both really just want our bodies done ASAP. I might have to wait until after my collabs. Yeah, but I meant like, like not like months or a year. But right now, the other doctor can still try to up the other doctor because we haven't signed the official contract. They were supposed to be sent out today. But I mean, we're not obligated to until we sign it, right? Yeah.
Critics are calling it reckless. They ask, why not get a stable home first? Why not spend on your kids? But Ash says the surgery is the answer, that getting a new body will fix everything. She believes once she looks a certain way, her life will magically fall into place. But the reality she's living in tells a very different story. Even she openly admits she's still drinking heavily. She's still eating junk food. She's not following any kind of healthy routine. No water, no vitamins, no prep, just vibes and fast food. She even went on live stream and joked about drinking soda right after getting lipo. She laughed about not following post-op instructions. She doesn't seem to grasp how serious this is. A major surgery like the one she's planning requires weeks, sometimes months of careful recovery. And yet, here she is, making jokes, ignoring doctors' advice, and showing the world how little she's prepared. It's not just risky, it is scary because the danger isn't just physical, it is emotional, mental, and even moral. What kind of message is this sending to the young girls who follow her? That surgery is the answer to all your problems? That you don't need to take care of your health as long as you look good on camera? And the most chilling part, it's all on display for the internet to watch. Thousands of people tune in, not just to support her, but to witness the wreckage. She's become her own cautionary tale, and she doesn't even see it coming. Ashley has said on live that maybe she wasn't meant to be a mom, that she did not ask for this life, that motherhood was something thrown onto her, not something she ever truly wanted. And when you look at her actions, the way she distances herself from her kids, it is hard not to believe her. Doesn't live with her daughters. Her aging parents are the ones raising them, stepping in where Ash has stepped out. Her teenage girls had access to her DoorDash card. Ash bragged about giving it to them like it was a gift of freedom, proof they were self-sufficient. But then, without warning, she canceled it. Now they can't even order food. That little piece of support, gone. Just like that.
My kids are spoiled, so if they call me right now and they're like, Mom, I want Wingstop, you have the card number, order it. But that's just my parenting. That's the way I do my kids.
When one of her daughters fell seriously ill, it wasn't Ash who showed up. It was her own mother, the kid's grandmother, who took the child to the emergency room. And what did Ash say? She claimed she had a cough and did not want to spread germs. But just days later, she was out partying. She wasn't in bed recovering, she wasn't isolating, she was out drinking, dancing and filming it for social media. When people asked why she did not help more, she responded coldly, "They are teenagers, they know how to eat," as if feeding and caring for your children becomes optional once they hit 13. Her sister couldn't take it anymore. She went on TikTok to speak the truth. She said Ash was lying about their mom, trying to paint her as an unstable or unfit, when in reality, their mom was the one who had stepped up and done everything. She said Ash was spinning a false narrative to get sympathy, that Ash was trying to act like she was the one abandoned when she's the one who abandoned her kids. This isn't just poor parenting, this is absence. It is neglect. It is a complete failure to show up when it matters most. And the damage, it doesn't just stop at Ash's reputation, it's impacting her daughters emotionally, mentally, and physically. Because no matter how much support a grandparent gives, it doesn't replace a mother who chooses not to be there. And the saddest part, Ash doesn't seem to see it. Or maybe she does and just doesn't care. Ash is charging $70 for cameo videos. She calls herself a baddie. She says she's booked, busy, and thriving. But the truth, she doesn't have a home. She live streams from cars. She begs for donations. She gets kicked out of bars and then tries to host parties in the same places days later. Some think she knows exactly what she's doing. She gets banned, posted by drama pages, and gains followers from the mess. She wants to be viral. She calls herself the villain. She laughs at some comments and reposts clips where she looks outrageous. It is a strategy, but it's also a slow motion downfall, playing out live stream by live stream, post by post. On the surface, Ash Ash talks like she has it all planned. She says she's building an agency, one that will manage talent, launch creators, and shake up the influencer game. She claims she's launching a brand, that she's got a whole product line in the works, and that she's flying to Miami soon to shoot big content. Photo shoots, video campaigns, partnerships, the kind of talk that sounds like success. But when you look closer, nothing feels grounded. There is no visible team. No clear plan, no real updates on progress, just big promises floating on shaky live streams, interrupted by drama and chaos. She's making these claims while live streaming from a car, dodging bans, crying about betrayal, then laughing about being the internet's villain 5 minutes later. And that is what makes it all so heartbreaking because behind the wigs, behind the thick lashes and loud mouth, behind the digital armor of jokes and viral clips, there is a woman breaking apart in real time. The glam is fading, the followers are tired, and the internet isn't just watching, it is recording. She isn't just bringing the internet along for the ride, she's handling them the keys while she unravels in the passenger seat. Trevino isn't just another TikTok train wreck. Trevino isn't just another TikTok train wreck. Her story is quickly becoming one of the internet's saddest cautionary tale, a raw example of how fame without grounding can spiral into something darker. This isn't just about clout chasing anymore. It is about addiction, mental health, reckless choices, lost motherhood, and a woman unraveling in front of millions. She had everything so many people dreamed about. A massive audience, viral videos, attention, momentum. Millions of people tuned in, laughed, commented, and followed. But instead of using that platform to heal, grow, or even just provide entertainment, Ash used it to self-destruct, to flash her body, to flirt with kids on livestream, to beg for free surgeries instead of seeking real support, to cry about being abused one moment, then party in the next breath, while her own children were being raised by her aging parents. What is worse, the people who once felt sorry for her now feel numb, because how many lies does it take before no one believes you anymore? How many times can someone cry wolf before even the truth sounds fake? Ashi has burned through truth like fuel. Ashi has burned through trust like fuel. If she told the truth tomorrow, if she sat down and laid everything bare, people still might not care. She's become background noise, a constant buzz of drama and mess. And when that happens, you don't just lose support, you lose humanity in the eyes of your audience. You become the warning sign people point to when explaining what not to do. You become the girl they reference when telling their kids to be careful online. You go from a person to a symbol, a joke, a meme, a story others use to avoid becoming you. And that is the most painful part of it all. Because when you stop being a mom, stop being a creator, stop being a real person, you start playing a character for internet attention, you don't just fade away. You disappear. Slowly, quietly, until the only thing left is the chaos you created and the people watching it like a show that's already past its final season.